The enemy crushed my legs, but he couldn't crush my spirit. And he couldn't stop me from serving my country. I met Farnsworth in the radio corps of the Pacific. Didn't talk much. We just listened to enemy broadcasts, hoping to hear a code, a signal, anything. What we heard, no one was prepared for. Where it came from, nobody knew. Farnsworth and I were the only survivors, but after the broadcast, we were not the same. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, or in our case, smarter. Suddenly, I could create miraculous machines to help the war's wounded walk again. And suddenly, I was the toast of the town. Until people saw Farnsworth's creation. Why walk when you can bring the world to you? From the safety of your own bed, take it all in. Devour the world. Did the tubes drive him mad? Or did his madness use the tubes to escape the prison of his mind? All we know for sure is that the tubes are the plague to end all plagues. The nation requires our service. And so, without hesitation, we return to our trenches. And march. What, are your legs broken? On your feet, soldier. And take that mask off. You'll get used to the smell.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Max of Mahalo Video Games, and we are playing Trenched. So far, as you know, the story is that the trenches used to be just a fancy wheelchair for all war veterans, and the mummy tubes are the plague that ends all plagues, apparently. It's just a messed up situation there. So, we get to now pick our pilot. I just picked Morris Hardy because I love in it on it.
Well, we didn't recruit you for your looks. Let's get you ready for action.
And so now,
Son, you are standing in the greatest invention that military science has ever devised for keeping a soldier safe on the battlefield. The trench. The only way to get hurt in a trench is to get out of the trench. So we've made some small modifications to eliminate that need. Mechanical legs, fresh water supply, full bar, latrine, cigar humidor, first aid kit, etc., etc. Let me show you how it works. You can start by looking up at the sky. Nicely done.
Yes.
We've got intel the tubes will be attacking our coastal ammo depot. Now let's get that training bucket in motion.
Alright, so this is when I change my settings. I don't know how many people can actually use inverted, but I do not. I just like the feeling of...
Great!
being able to
We'll be
go
marking
going
key
down,
assets for you to
going
defend
down.
with these green flares. You can monitor the integrity of the ammo depot with this meter. Make sure you defend those assets with your life. Let's try some target practice. Now take aim at that fake tube target and blow it away. Nice shooting, Marine. Destroying tubes will gain you experience. As you gain experience, you'll be promoted to higher ranks. Higher ranks authorize use of better trench equipment.
Sorry, I'm just
Your guns will automatically reload when you empty them,
guys, so that
but you can manually
there is a
reload
nice
them too.
combination between my voice and being able to actually hear the game.
Nice work. Don't worry about ammo. We've got more than enough bullets for those two bastards. Our intel was right. Here they come, soldier.
So here are the
Is this your plan, Frank Woodruff? To send another innocent man to die in your place? When you could join me today and end all this bloodshed? Well, I too have created a lineman with a single-minded desire to spread the broadcast and destroy anything that blocks the signal.
Okay.
Direct your fire on those resistors.
You're scary. So you have a right trigger button. You can actually put.
We're expecting more waves of tubes. We'll be marking their conduits when we detect a tube presence. Farnsworth can send his monovision through multiple conduits at once.
Features of your
Stay vigilant.
So yeah, it's like paraplegic mental reverse.
That's the ticket.
No, stop it.
Your mobile trench can take a beating, but eventually it'll give out.
Yes.
Check your gauge and be careful.
It appears I may have underestimated your new trench, Marie. It takes a bold man to shoot an enemy that can't shoot back. Lucky for him, I have one that will. May he spread the wisdom of the broadcast.
The wisdom.
Those Tommies will park off in the distance and attack their target.
Get
Get out there and take them down.
Real difficult to avoid. But, they're annoying nonetheless, because they don't necessarily have to get close
Good
to your
idea
base.
to reload your weapon
attack.
between waves.
And as you know, in past defense games, being close is pretty much the point of past defense games, making sure that the enemies are not close. But these guys require more stuff.
Good job, Marine.
God, you guys are jerks.
We're picking up a massive tube broadcast. You won't be able to handle this one alone. We're coming for you. We got him, Marine. Damn tubes. Let's get you aboard.
Alright, let's get me aboard. So, pretty straightforward, as you can tell. That was just the intro. Ooh, I got a sniper cannon. Good for me. Light. Gun envy. Well, I have no need for gun envy. Whoa! Yo, birds! We're being attacked by giant birds. Not actually a part of the game, which is interesting to see.
Morris Hardy, sir.
What were you doing on that beach, Morris?
Target practice, sir.
Looked like you were the target to me.
Just a few more minutes and I would have slaughtered every last one of them.
No time for chit-chat, soldier. A situation has developed. We've finally located the source of the broadcast. That's the good news. The bad news is, we're going to have to fight through one unholy nightmare after another to get there.
Yes, indeedy.
So let's get started. Thanks to your earlier efforts, the ammo depot is safe. We have to get you back out on that beach. Reports from the front line speak of a new breed of tube, one that's hell-bent on destruction. Don't let them get too close or this ship's going down. And believe it or not, I'm not the best swimmer.
No, I would never think that. Alright, so now we are actually on the McKinley, or whatever this ship's name is. And this is where you get to customize your trench. And once we actually open it up, you'll be able to find other people to play with you. It holds up to 4 online players, and you guys can all defend whatever you need to defend together. which, you know, is fun if you are a social person.
This is your trench bay, Marine.
Which is ironic because you're playing
Customize
video
your
games.
trench here between missions. I'll recommend gear for each mission based on our best intel, and also my gut, which is infallible as far as you're concerned. You're free to ignore my gut, but I don't recommend it. Oh, it's talking right now. Can you hear it? It just said you'll want to equip that new sniper cannon on this next mission. Each weapon occupies a specific number of slots on your trench. For example, sniper cannons take up 2 slots. It'll replace both machine guns on either side of your trench. Now you're ready to launch the mission. Feel free to deploy when you're ready.
So, these trenches have these little slots, if you can see by the green circles with the X's through them. And those slots pretty much make it so that each weapon has a certain amount of slots. If you can see that the light machine gun takes 1. And each of these little boxes that you see right here are usually just 1 slot. So if there is an item on the left that requires 3 slots, let's say it's a heavy artillery gun or some sort of rocket launcher or whatever, that will take up 3 slots. And that's only if your trench allows it. Right now this trench only has a total of 4 slots, and this light machine gun takes 1, and that means that you can stack another one on the bottom. But as you can see on the left, the light sniper tank takes 2 slots, so that means that you are boned in terms of being able to add a machine gun on the bottom. So that's pretty straightforward. As you can see, it shows you what item that you've equipped on either side of the slots. So we got damage, we got range, and fire rate, which is fire rate, as you can tell. And all of these numbers change depending on what weapon you get eventually. And each of them have their own different functions. If you can see up here, it says recommended gear. You actually do want to listen to that. I mean, you can go about your own thing or whatever, and if you are up to it and you feel as if you are more pro than the game suggests, then by all means use whatever you want to. But remember, Castle Defense is not about being the best or getting the most kills. It's really about defending the base, so that should be your single most priority in the game, which is, you know, straightforward. Okay, so let's actually deploy and see what's up.
Three conduits have erupted just off the coastline. You'll need to protect the ship as we prepare to shove off. If they breach the hull, we'll never make it out of here. You're not going to be able to hold this beach by yourself. We're authorizing the use of the ship's emplacement cannons. We've deployed some emplacement bases to mark good locations for turrets. Let's get a shotgun turret down on the forward emplacement base to deter incoming tubes.
So if you press your D-pad, there's a variety of different places.
Shotgun turret inbound to your location. Each emplacement occupies a section of the battlefield. Keep the boundaries in mind when placing them.
Okay, so there's one. I'm going to put one on. And as you can tell, there is a dotted circle around. That's pretty much the range.
When you kill tubes, they drop scrap. Collect the scrap, and we can use that energy to launch helpful emplacements for you. Your trench is equipped with a powerful magnet that you can activate to help collect scrap. Nicely done.
So, you know, scrap, and that will so, you won't be able to get the scraps unless you are a certain distance away from them. The magnet doesn't really have that big of a range, so you know, these things
emplacements almost anywhere you want on the battlefield. Make sure you're putting down enough to form a solid defense. Tubes are getting stronger. Let's use some scrap energy to increase an emplacement's efficiency. Good job. Now we're ready.
If you look on the bottom, there's a little timer that says this wave. You should make sure you pay attention to that because knowing how much time you have to spend is also very The good thing about go-fighting games is that they can make the game good in all ages, and they have this really good balance between it being not too hard, but at the same time challenging to every type of player, kids.
Woodruff! I must admit your tin men have made me very angry, so I have created a blitzer to deliver my displeasure directly to your troops. Can you see how brightly it glows? Red with rage, Frank! My rage for you!
I hate to say it, but this one's coming after you. Don't let it get close. One of them blows up in your face, it could take your whole trench out of commission.
So if you ever play Castlevania games, you know that setting up defenses in your smartphone is really one of those things initially. This game
Oh God, there he
doesn't
is.
necessarily require something like that,
Shotguns, please. I can't shoot everything myself. Need to reload.
The eggheads in the lab have been cooking up a new emplacement. The dampening generator. It scrambles the tube circuitry and makes them slower than trench discharge fluid in January. Use it near your shotgun turrets to slow enemies down in front of them.
so now we have a dampening. Guys, makes them slow.
Great!
Dudes, thousands of them. Really going after me.
It's a good idea to reload your weapon between waves.
Dampening generator. Please.
You can get a closer look at your enemies if you squint your eyes just right.
Allows you to do for snipers. That's really
Dudes,
awesome. You
over
have
there.
experience with shooting.
Let's get it. Ha ha! Sniping those blitzers is, I gotta say, really rewarding. Live by the gun, die by the gun.
Why don't they just give up?
So, it's going to be pretty straightforward. I am pretty good with the defenses right now. If anything, I will add an extra shotgun and
Dudes. Thousands of them. Shotgun, please. I can't shoot everything myself. They're really going after me. Better get some scrap, and quick.
those things being caught. Shotgun trap.
I was wrong, Frank. Wrong to attack your men, or your sad little people. Wrong to scrape at the side of your ship like a tiny barnacle. I need to sink that ship once and for all. And I have just the thing to do it.
I think you do.
His name alone is too technical for you to comprehend. Why don't you just call him Big Willie?
Good God!
Willie?
It's a monster! Give him everything you've got, man! Don't let him near the ship!
So luckily we were able to take care of it without anyway, which is awesome. So let's see how we did. I believe that was the
This
last
ship
lane.
is set to sail.
So,
Come on aboard, Marine.
Apparently I'm very suave. So in Europe,
we have defended the free world once again. Score 98%. Great. 2. Also awesome. So let's see what we got. Boom. So we get a visor, a light sensor, and that's the end of this video. I will see you in the next video for the next exciting wave of trench